Good morning, councillors. Ladies and gentlemen in the gallery, may we all please rise to welcome the Speaker of Council, Councillor Nobuhle Mthembu.
May we all observe a moment of silence for prayer and meditation, please. Thank you, councillors. You may be seated.
Good morning, councillors. It is hereby notified that the 29th Ordinary Council meeting of the City of Johannesburg Municipality will be held on Wednesday and Thursday, the 26th and the 27th of March 2025 at 10 a.m. at the Constance Konibabela Council Chamber in Braamfontein. And the first item on the agenda is opening.
Thank you, Secretary to Council. Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Cllr Morero, in his absentia. Whip of Council, Councillor Nkosipayo Zungu, in his absentia. Chair of Chairs, Councillor Vunani Adolf Marema. All political party leaders and whips. Members of the Mayoral Committee. Chairpersons of the Section 79 committees. Fellow councillors. Acting City Manager, Mr. Tsepo Mokola. Secretary to Council, Mr. Andile Gobingu. Officials of the City of Johannesburg. Residents of the City of Johannesburg. Members of the media. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the 29th Ordinary Council meeting of the City of Johannesburg Municipality. At this point, I will allow 10 minutes for legal to verify the number of councillors present so as to confirm quorum. Please, if you have not signed the register outside, this is the right time to go so we can see how many councillors are represented in council today. Councillor Christians, I see your hand is up.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, can we just compliment you today? My ears did not ring. They have sorted out the drums. Thank you very much for that.
It's a pleasure, Councillor Christians. Councillors will resume at 10:10. Please sign the register outside if you have not signed it yet. Councillors, may we kindly take our seats so we can resume business of the day? Councillor Kuma, asihlale phansi lapha emuva sizoqala. Councillors, especially the ones that walk in, I hope you have signed the attendance register outside. We'll keep on checking it. But please note that there are 152 councillors present. As a result, there is quorum and the meeting will continue.
Councillors, we are now on application for leave of absence.
We have received the following apology from Councillor Mokoena due to urgent private business. I'll start taking hands from the different caucuses. I'll start with Councillor Avant Smith.
Speaker, unless we want to go home very late tonight, would you mind if we send you our LOA list to your office? We've got a party business that we're on today, so thank you.
Okay, noted, thank you.
Sorry, and Councillor Christians will be leaving at 5 because of religious reasons. Thank you.
Are you done, Councillor Van Smith? No problem. Thank you. Chair of Chair Marema. After Councillor Makuba and Councillor Simonse have noted your hands.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I rise to table the apology for Councillor Nomoya Mnisi, who due to ill health, Councillor Brenda Dame due to ill health, Councillor Twala due to ill health. I do have other apologies with me. I just need to get my house in order. Can I kindly forward them into your office as in I consolidate the rest of the ones that are not before me? Thank you.
Noted, Councillor Makuba.
Thank you, Speaker. From the IFP, Councillor Mkize, private business, Councillor Nyembe, ill health, and Councillor Komo and Councillor Kanyile would like to leave at 4. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Simonse.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and good morning to you in the House. We have Councillor Joweria Kaldin that is off on ill health. Councillor Ponsonby, Councillor Cherry, and Councillor May is running a bit late. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Simonse. Councillor Zikebe. After that, I've noted your hand, Councillor Amand and Councillor Mohapi.
Good morning, Speaker. Leave of absence for Councillor, an apology for Councillor Mhlongo who would like to leave at during lunch, and also apology from Councillor Magwenchu. If we are not done by 6 o'clock, he will join us.
Noted, Councillor. Councillor Ahmad.
Thank you so much, Speaker. LOI for myself, if we're not done around 4, and Councillor Jakes. Councillor Makwenchu is running late. Thank you.
Noted, Councillor. Both you and Councillor Zikebe sent an apology for Councillor Makwenchu. Councillor Mohapi.
Thank you, Speaker. From the EFF caucus, it's Councillor Makafula, ill health, Councillor Zita, family bereavement, and Councillor Mthembu is running late. Thank you.
Noted, Councillor. Councillor Mashala from Action SA.
Thank you, Speaker. From Action SA, we've got Councillor Liebenberg, Ill Health, Councillor Jane Odin, Ill Health, Councillor Durant, Ill Health, Councillor Mthunu, Maternity Leave, Councillor Bini, Late Arrival, and Councillor Nyatela would like to leave at 4 o'clock if you're not done for party duties. Thanks.
Noted, Councillor. Councillor Van Smith.
Thanks, Speaker. Sorry, could you tell us the numbers in council again, please? I missed them just for my notes. Thank you.
Okay, when I was reading out the quorum, I said 152. 152 councillors have signed the attendance register. Okay, councillors? Are the apologies noted? Thank you, councillors.
We now move to official notices.
Please join me in wishing well all the councillors who celebrated their birthday and grew a year older during the month of March. I wish you all the very best. Councillors, also please join me in welcoming our new councillor from the African National Congress, Councillor Mthembu Fortune Hlatshwayo. Welcome, Councillor Hlatshwayo, the new ward councillor for Ward 59. Councillors in the House, please be informed also that the Finance Department and Revenue Department have set up a help desk in the presence of the council chambers to engage and assist councillors that might need assistance with their rates and taxes accounts. As you are all aware, councillors should be always up to date with their account with the municipality. So during caucus breaks, during lunch, please go and visit the Revenue Help Desk. I'll move over to the statement by the Executive Mayor, Councillor Cllr Dada Movero.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker of Council, Chief Whip of Council. We're meeting today just after the human rights celebration and commemoration of those that were slaughtered in Sharpeville 65 years, almost 65 years ago. And we want to say to those families that we remain committed to ensuring human rights and protecting those that are underprivileged and those that in the world are constantly being harassed, constantly being oppressed, and South Africa will continuously stand with those that are being oppressed. And in this case, we reaffirm our commitment in support of the Palestinian people so that they can realize self-determination and human rights in their country. With that being said, Madam Speaker, I hope Council will go very well. And once again, welcome Councillor Stay into our midst, and I hope that you'll make contributions towards enhancing the work of this council. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Executive Mayor.
We now proceed with confirmation of minutes, and these are minutes of the 6th Special Council meeting held on the 27th of February 2025, and minutes of the 28th Ordinary Council meeting held on the 27th of February 2025, and lastly, minutes of the 36th Extraordinary Council meeting held on the 13th of March 2025.
I only have one speaker here from the Freedom Front Plus, which is Councillor Smith.
Madam Speaker, I don't have any corrections today for the minutes.
Thank you, Councillor Smith. Any other caucus? Councillor Mazibugu, isandla simfishane nje.
No, thank you, Speaker. I think I'm taller than you. No, Speaker, from the African National Congress, we only have one amendment, which is on the minutes of the 13th of March on page 19. If we can just change Councillor Mabele's surname, just correct it and spell it correctly. Thank you, Speaker.
Siyabonga, Councillor Masibuko. I don't see any other hand. So councillors, are the minutes confirmed as amended? Thank you, councillors.
Councillors, we proceed with item 5, and these are questions for written reply, of which notice has been given in terms of Rule 105, subsection 2 of the Standing Rules and Orders of Council.
Executive Mayor, Councillor Dadasilo Morero.
Speaker, they are loaded on the drive.
Siyabonga, Executive Mayor.
We now proceed to recommendations to Council.
Executive Mayor, please table the executive items.
Yes, Speaker, I table the executive reports for consideration by Council.
I'd like to call the Chair of Chair to table the legislator items. Councillor Marema.
Now, Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to rise and table the legislature report. But suffice to say, Speaker, that if I miss the opportunity to cite what I have picked up in the reports that are now tabled in council, I would not get an opportunity to do so. I am standing up to acknowledge chairpersons of Section 79 for the sterling work that they have done. And I also want to acknowledge the fact that the executive has acceded to the pressure that has been put forward by the chairpersons of Section 79. If you look at all the reports that are here, the majority of these reports are second quarter reports. And if you also look down into other reports, you would realize that there are Section 71 reports that Councillor Santana, of course, through you, Speaker, has been complaining about, that they're not coming on time in council. And now they are here served in council on time. That speaks to the working of the oversight now. Chairpersons of this council, Section 79 needs to be acknowledged for the great work that they have done. And I'm hoping there would not be any Damascus moment in terms of getting these reports on time, major of the city of Johannesburg. And we must acknowledge the fact that if we get these reports on time, at least it gives us an idea and an understanding of where the city is standing from where we are. And I'm not saying,
Please hold on. Councillor Santana, on which point of order are you rising?
71, Chair, the Chair of Chairs is misleading the House. Our reports are factually still late for council. So just please don't lie to our residents. Thank you.
Chair of Chair.
No, thank you for the opportunity again of acknowledging that if you looked at the council that we set last, which was just the recent one, you would realize that the Section 71 report that we dealt with there was of August and September. But I am sitting here as Chair of Chairs commending the great work that the chairpersons have done, and not only the chairpersons, but also the executive, in acceding to our request that this must be improved. And I see the improvement, and I want us to acknowledge the fact that that's work done. A journey of a million miles, it started by one step. And I am acknowledging this because it has not been happening for quite some time. Now that you see improvement, you must note, cite, accept, acknowledge. it can't always be that we are very negative. And I'm not saying that, or arguing the depths of the report, because I also don't want to take away the freedom of speech when councillors that belongs to those committees stands and argue. I'm not referring to that. They are allowed to rise and argue the fact against what I'm raising. But what I am citing here is that there is indeed improvement, if we want to be honest. And I rise, Speaker, to table the legislature report. And thank you.
Thank you, Chair for tabling the report from Legislature. Councillor De Lange.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's not a Damascus moment from my side. As we has tabled the reports, thank you for this. This is very welcome. Before we sit, we have the speakers list. On item 78, if you can please just add me on your notes to the secretary. I just checked our speakers list and the names we did send through, and I asked to speak on item 78, please. If the secretary can just mention that or dot it down, so when the item is read out, I have my opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor De Lange. We've noted it. Item 78 will add you to the speakers list.
On recommendations to council, we start off with the first item, which is the approval of the 2023-24 City of Johannesburg Group Annual Report for the year ended 30th June 2024, read together with item 2, which is an oversight report on the 2023-24 annual report of the City of Johannesburg by the Municipal Public Accounts Committee.
I would like to call the member in charge, Councillor Buthelezi.
Thank you, Speaker. Good morning to you. Good morning to the Mayor and the Executive, to the Chief Whip and the Chair of Chairs. I'm happy that you didn't say Councillor Rasirute, because I could see here it's still written Councillor Rasirute. Councillor Rasirute is currently ill, hence I'm actually standing in for him. Madam Speaker, I actually rise to table the oversight reports on 2023-2024 annual report of the City of Johannesburg Municipal Public Accounts Committee, which is commonly known as MPAC, has actually worked diligently on behalf of Council to produce this report in compliance with Section 129(1) of the Municipal Finance Management Act, which is also called MFMA. Despite the disruptions caused by special council meetings that clashed with our scheduled deliberations, the committee remained resolute. We ensured the submission of this report within the required time, which is 60 days period, following the tabling of the annual report, which is often extending our meetings until late
Councillor Butele is member in charge for today. TA, Councillor Wax.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Fellow councillors and citizens of Johannesburg, all protocols observed. Today, Madam Speaker, the persistent failures of our governance system and its catastrophic effect on service delivery are brought into sharp focus yet again. This was consistently highlighted in the Auditor General's reports over the years. In 2023-24, we received an unqualified audit opinion with key findings. With water losses, water and electricity losses totaling 2.9 billion and 4.9 billion respectively, crumbling infrastructure, large-scale illegal dumping, and numerous other critical service delivery issues, these problems have serious repercussions for Johannesburg residents. They are not merely administrative errors. Families suffer, businesses fail, and homes lose power because of this city's failure. The Chief Accounting Officer and former city manager, Mr. Floyd Brim, has failed in his responsibility to maintain the financial health and operational efficiency of the city. Mismanagement of the budget, misallocation of resources, and unreported irregular expenditures are key issues highlighted consistently in the report. Unauthorized contracts and wasteful spending are a result of a lack of proper oversight in the implementation of preventative controls and action plans. Consequence management for policy and regulatory non-compliance was also severely lacking, with the AG noting that no investigations were conducted to determine liability on the part of a person as far as UIFWE is concerned. This is in violation of sections 32, 2A and B of the Municipal Finance Management Act. The accumulating UIFWE amounting to nearly 20 billion demonstrates the severe weaknesses in the city's governance and highlights the impact of service delivery failures on our overburdened, embattled, and destitute ratepayers and residents. Accountability is not a privilege, but a duty. Despite numerous warnings, systemic issues persist and leadership remains disengaged. Consequently, weak governance continues, service delivery deteriorates, and the poorest among us suffer disproportionately. Talk about human rights in this country. How much longer must we tolerate this culture of impunity, where residents pay the price for the city's failures? In a so-called world-class city, Madam Speaker, heads should have rowed long ago. Complacency must end. Increased accountability and transparency and decisive action are demanded.
All right, councillors, we'll move over to EFF. I think Councillor Serrani, you thought you were speaking. That's why your mic was on. Councillor Serrani, you may deliver your speech.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Greetings to you, Speaker of Council, and to all mayoral committee members present, Chair of Chair sections mayoral committees, and Chair of Chairs to you, Councillor Marema. Most important, let me greet our caucus whip, Councillor Mohapi, our caucus leader, Commissioner Chwagu. Let me assure you that indeed we are committed in defending, rebuilding, and advancing the struggle for the total economic emancipation. Speaker, allow me to greet the residents of Mzondi Informal Settlement in Ward 3 Ivory Park in Region A in the Cllr. These residents, Speaker, are some of the community leaders who survived the massacre in that settlement. People were brutally killed for fighting to be recognized within the city of Johannesburg, and a mere electricity that they were paying to their landlords. However, those that have been trusted to govern the world and to unite our people are at the forefront of dividing our people in the world, and they became the demarcation board themselves, as they are even telling our people of Mzondi not to enter job seeker space at Ivory Park not all. Parents lost their lives in that settlement. Their kids are growing up as orphans because of personal egos of Yimila is born a Ward 133, and if you want to have a view, you must contest elections and win it. This reminds me of a boy goes to hunt an elephant. If the boy kills the elephant, the hunger comes to an end. If the elephant kills the boy, the hunger comes to an end. Speaker, the author is unknown. The 2023-2024 oversight statement from the EFF caucus, Speaker. We as the EFF, we approach the 2023-2024 oversight report of the city of Johannesburg with a profound sense of responsibility and concern. While we acknowledge the importance of transparency and accountability, we must express our deep reservations regarding the several critical issues highlighted in the report. Firstly, we are gravely concerned about the continued misuse of Regulation 36 in the city procurement processes. While these provisions allow deviations under specific circumstances, its overuse, as reported by the Auditor General, directly contribute unauthorized irregular fruitless wasteful expenditure. The report indicates that irregular expenditure reached a staggering of 3.1 billion, while fruitless and wasteful expenditure stood at 3 million. This reflects
30 seconds remaining.
This reflects not just financial mismanagement, but a failure to exercise due diligence and a poor planning. Furthermore, the absence of effective consequence management remains alarming. Despite clear legislative mandate requiring accountability, the report reveals that senior management has not been held responsible. Repeated audit findings. The lack of action against those responsible for financial mismanagement
liabilities ballooned from 20 million to 4.9 billion, opening doors for corruption. Water losses amount to billions, with 1.4 billion in non-revenue losses. Electricity losses are staggering, with 1.4 billion in technical losses and 3.4 billion in non-technical losses. The Johannesburg Road Agency, among others, shows serious failures in supply chain management and consequence enforcement. JDA, JOSCO, and MTC are factually insolvent, putting critical services at risk. For the third consecutive year, the city has failed to improve its audit outcome, with some departments regressing, while we also see little improvement in some. Of the 13 municipal entities, only 2 achieved a clean audit. This is not governance, it's a failure. It cannot be business as usual. Action SA calls for bold, unconventional strategies to rescue Johannesburg from financial collapse. We propose that all MPEC meetings be streamed live. Johannesburg residents deserve transparency. They must see how their money is spent and who is accountable. We acknowledge the acting city manager's commitment to institutional review and other commitments he made during our meetings. We really appreciate him. He also left at around 9:30 with us while we were doing our deliberations. So for that, we really want to commend his commitment, and we hope that some of that commitment can also wrap off from to his team. The city needs urgent reforms to restore fiscal discipline and ethical leadership. The time for excuses is over. Johannesburg deserves a government that delivers. Action SA will not allow this continued financial decay to go unchallenged. We demand accountability, transparency, and action. Nothing less. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. ACDP, Councillor Gonza.
Yes, shalom, shalom. Speaker, thank you very much. Allow me to first acknowledge our Almighty God, eternally existent in 3 persons, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Executive Mayor in absentia, the Regional Chair of the ACDP, Mr. Bongani Ngema, the residents of our beloved city, Johannesburg. I greet you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. The Prince of Peace. Allow me to first quote from my guiding manual, the Holy Bible, from Proverbs 11, Proverbs 12, verse 11. It reads as follows: work hard at your job and you will have what you need, but those who waste their time on worthless projects are foolish. The ACDP caucus notes the group annual report ended 30 June 2024. While we acknowledge the submission of this report, we wish to highlight a key concern: the significant delay in approving the annual report 3 months before the financial year end. We hope that the Executive Mayor has written an explanation referred to in section 133, subsection 1, subsection A of the MFMA, as we did not see it in the annexures. Honorable Speaker, allow me to first commend the Joburg City Theatres and the Joburg Fresh Produce Market for achieving clean audits outcomes. This is a clear demonstration of sound financial discipline, strong governance, and a focus on delivering projects and services that benefit our residents. These outcomes are not merely administrative achievements. They reflect ethical leadership and commitment to accountability and good stewardship of public funds. However, Speaker, it is also important to note that all other municipal entities, including City Power and Joburg Water, received unqualified audit opinions but did not achieve clean audits. While unqualified audits are better than adverse or qualified reports, they still point to deficiencies that must be corrected. We cannot be content with good enough when the goal must be excellence and clean governance across every single municipality. Every municipal entity. If such performances are to be sustained and replicated, the city must urgently stabilize and improve water and energy infrastructure. Infrastructure failures, aging networks, vandalism, and illegal connections threaten not only service delivery but also financial health, undermining the efforts of even the best performing entities. Honorable Speaker, while we celebrate the entities that have demonstrated excellence, the ACP caucus is greatly concerned about the financial mismanagement and poor spending controls highlighted in this report. We cannot ignore the alarming fact that the city's report reflects an unacceptable overall expenditure of 328% in key areas compared to certain projects and budget adjustment, a sign of serious fiscal discipline and poor planning. This pattern of overspending places enormous strain on the city's liquidity, cripples our ability to deliver services, and erodes public confidence. In addition to overspending, the city continues to suffer massive technical and non-technical losses. City Power is losing 30% of its revenue, and Joburg Water is losing 35% due to theft, illegal connections, infrastructure failures, and other inefficiencies. Honorable Speaker, these numbers are staggering and unacceptable. The ACP caucus therefore calls for a full-scale war on these losses. We must implement robust technology-driven revenue collection systems, introduce aggressive anti-theft interventions with tangible results reported back to this council, strengthen oversight and accountability in City Power and Joburg Water, ensure that every rent generated is collected and accounted for. If we do not stop this leakage, no amount of rate increases or such as many will solve the revenue crisis we face. We are simply pouring water into a broken vessel. One of the most damaging revelations in this report in this issue of areas accounts belonging to councillors and city employees. 299 accounts are currently under investigation, with 114 illicit transactions detected. This situation speaks directly to the heart of legitimacy. How can we, as councillors, demand payment from residents when we ourselves are defaulting? The residents see this, and it undermines every effort we make to collect revenue and enforce compliance. We therefore call for immediate publication of report on all councillor and employee areas accounts, the suspension of benefits and allowances for any councillor or employee with unresolved areas, a public commitment from leadership that these accounts will be rectified with transparency and management. I thank you.
Has run out. Councillor Ponta, Freedom Front Plus, Councillor Lapu.
Good morning to you, Madam Speaker. Fellow councillors, all protocols reserved. We recommend the splendid work that MPEC has done on this financial report for 2023-2024, although it is a frightening report. Can I just show some highlights on this report? We closed this year off with a loss of 277 million. The implications of that is not only that we lost money, but we also, firstly, we do not have money to fund our own capex spending of 1.2 billion. We also do not have money to repay our 2.5 billion loans that we have been incurring for the past couple of years. We also do not have money to provide funds into the sinking fund to redeem our long-term debt. So we are in a serious situation. And through you, Madam Speaker, I'm sure that when the Mayor read those annual report, he must have been thinking about 2 years ago, when he was the then MMC for Finance and he presented his budget for this current year. He was complaining about the multi-party government that left the Cllr with only 3.5 billion rand in the bank, and there were some outstanding debts as well. To you, through you, Madam Speaker, our cash balances has reduced further, only 2.1 billion rand in the bank, but that is not the end of the story. Our outstanding debts has increased from 17 billion in June 2023 to 23 billion in June last year, an increase of 7 billion rand. Only the Eskom debt alone increased from 1.8 billion to 6 billion rand. And the then MMC must really have thought about this by blaming the multi-party government. And we also need to take into account here as well that the Democratic Alliance give the city on a golden plate to the Cllr just to mess it up. Because it is really messed up. The MMC must also remember at that time when it was the adjustment budget last year in March, when he adjusted the debt impairment downwards by 770 million just to achieve an actual result of more of 1.5 billion. He also adjusted bulk purchases downwards by 2.7 billion, and the actual figure was plus